We have breaking news this evening out of H&W Welders, where manager Aussie Villain has got a head start on the January sales, with 3 players having moves away confirmed. Now, for more on this, we cross live to local reporter Eamon Murphy. And Eamon, what is going on?
Thanks. What's going on? Well, I wasn't expecting work outside the transfer window. Oh, at the Welders. Well, we've got Martin Brady going off to Portsmouth, Joe Kidd's going to Rangers, and of course we have Amsterdam. He's off to Portugal.
Guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Season 15, Episode 5 here at H&W Welders on the Impossible Dreams. We look to win the Champions League with a Northern Irish club, and today it's some festive football. We're going to be playing Coleraine and Linfield in the league, but ahead of the January window, we have already done some business. A little bit of squad clearing out, so let's go through what we've done there. Mirko Amsterdam is leaving. You can see he's off to Porto, 63 grand. I would have liked more for him. We do have a little bit of a sell-on clause. Ultimately, we have 3 young goalkeepers, or 2 young goalkeepers and young, and so technically 3 young goalkeepers. But yeah, the reason I sold him is there's a lot to like about him, but high-end centricity, which is not ideal, but it's not a deal breaker. But first touch of 3, positioning of 9. I just feel like there's enough there to just for him to be the one. He didn't have a high transfer value. I was trying to get a fee down with 50% sell on, but no one was coming in for that. So we just did what we had to do to get him out. There is a small sell on, but it's not big. I think it's 20% of the profit, which is essentially anything. Anyway, now the other 2 that are leaving, Joe Kidd is off to Rangers, 3.8 million. There's nothing wrong with Joe Kidd. I had just signed him to a new deal. I would have liked, again, a little bit more of a higher fee, but yeah, I mean, he wasn't registered in the European squad. We need, we need a bit of a clear out. So he's gone to 3.8 off to Rangers, and the other one is Martin Brady. He's off to Portsmouth for 3.7. I think that's a decent fee for him. Now, Martin Brady has been a great player for us in the league. The reason I've decided to sell him is because he's not registered in the European squad. I don't know how to put this without sounding like I'm being being mean to him. He's a good player. Obviously he's a good player. He scores a lot of goals for us. He's not the reason we're going to win games in the league, and he's not going to win us games in Europe, if that makes sense. So we've sold him on. We got him for free. He's as I said, he scores a lot of goals for a winger, but ultimately I've sort of chosen Moreau as my man. I'll show you Moreau, and I just think he's right-footed as well. He's more of what we want in a winger, or that I want in a winger, and then he's got good dribbling and crossing. He can whip the crosses in for us. He's a different sort of winger to what Brady is, but he's younger. He's going to become club trained, which Brady never would have. And so yeah, anyway, that's what we've done, and it's done now. So we've got a little bit of cash in, which is nice. So it'll be another, you can see down here, 7.5 million in the bank, and then a little bit more potentially on add-ons. So that's, I think that's decent business. Let me know what you think. I'm fairly happy with what we've done there. Now, the other thing is a youth intake preview, and there's not much, unfortunately, to write home about this. A little bit, we might get a midfielder, and that is essentially all we've got there. So, Director of Football, Pugh Dollars, is responsible. He should have done a good job. Evidently he didn't. So, yeah, well, we'll wait and see what we get. Maybe we'll be surprised. Now, before we go and catch up on what's happened on the field, we do need to see the Europa League first knockout round draw. So, well, let's see who's first in our way as we try and win the Europa League. Alright, so here we go, Europa League first knockout round draw. Let's have a look and see who's involved in this draw with us. And we have Celtic, Copenhagen, Gladbach, Hertha Berlin, Lyon, if we scroll down a little bit, AC Milan, Jesus Christ, there's some names in here, Stade Rennes, Dundalk, we don't really want them again, do we? Dundalk, Galatasaray, yes please, 11-0, ourselves, Lazio, Malmo, Porto, Sevilla, is it? And Valencia. There's some big teams in this draw. And also Galatasaray. So Gladbach gets Copenhagen. Celtic would be interesting, but they get Stade Rennes. Here we go. At home first leg. Not ideal, and it is Galatasaray. Well. They're going to want revenge, and we're going to want to stuff them again. So that is a very, very winnable, certainly based off last season's form, a very, very winnable first knockout round tie that we've got there. You don't want to take him for granted, obviously, but I think we can be quite comfortable that that could have been a lot worse for us. So when European football returns, we will be off to Turkey again. But before that, we have some games to catch you up on. Starting with, speaking of Dundalk, we had the second leg of the All-Irish Champions Cup. Now, of course, we lost the first leg away in Dundalk 2-1. There are away goals. Let's see how the second leg played out. Fitzpatrick put us ahead on away goals with a stunner. Dundalk retook the lead with an away goal of their own, before Armstrong tied it up again and then gave us the lead. But a second Dundalk away goal sealed our fate. So Dundalk strike again. We did actually win on the night, and we should have won overall, to be honest. Now, the two penalties obviously inflate the XG. You can see 25 shots. It was the same team essentially that played in Europe, and it was... yeah, sort of a bit of the case of the same old story. It doesn't seem to matter how much chance conversion training we do. We're just not taking our chances as well as I'd like. And, well, on this occasion, it cost us, and Dundalk are yet again All-Irish champions, which is disappointing, needless to say. Next up, it was the League Cup semi-final. We were playing Coleraine, so let's see if we could make the final. We fell behind, but Sims was on hand to quickly have us level, and McCracken gave us the lead at half-time. Sims made it 3-1, and then DeLauro picked out McCracken to get our fourth. Sims completed his hat-trick before Sirach completed the scoring. So the score flatters us a little bit in this one, to be honest. We weren't 6-1 better than them, but it was a game we definitely deserved to win. And for once, we took some chances, which is nice. Sims. Now, we didn't actually play as a number 10. We went with two up top, so sort of an attacking 4-4-2. And, he's beginning to show signs that he might be settling in and be a useful player for us. But an absolute rout, and I believe it is Larne that we have in the final. Now, next up, it was Glentoran. We were in the league. Let's see how we did. We went ahead late in the first half when DeLauro found McKay. Armstrong made it 2-0 at half-time, and Fitzpatrick crossed for McDade to make it 3-0. Before picking him out again for our fourth. So a good performance, this one, a really good performance. Glentoran are struggling in the league this season, but they didn't register a shot, a corner, anything. And we did quite well. It's good to see McDade playing well, and we did play Fitzpatrick a little bit in this one. He came on and played in this number 10 role, which is where I think I promised him that when you signed him, that's where he would play, because that was initially my plan for him. Really, really good performance this one. Next up, it was a preview of the League Cup final. We were against Larne in the league. Of course, it's still relatively tight at the top of the table, so let's see how it went. We fell to a late goal. So our struggles against Larne, they continue. We're just very poor against them, and they're not great games, to be honest. But yeah, we really, really did struggle. Now, of course, the guy that scored the goal, you may remember the name, came through our academy, same intake as Gary Turpey, and well, I didn't know he could do that. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, that was frustrating that it was him that did it. But they play this weird, not weird, but this very defensively minded formation, and it just kills the games. So we're going to have to find another way to play, I think, because it's just not working against them right now. So that was Larne, bit of a disappointment. Next up, it was Glenavon in the league. McDade gave us an early lead. Miss Kelly found McDade unmarked to make it 2-0. And then Maguire picked out McDade's run to complete his hat-trick, before he got a fourth before half-time with a rocket. And McCracken added a fifth in the second half. So what a first half display this was from McDade. It was winding back the years to, his even earlier 20s. And yeah, scored some wonderful goals, all sorts of different goals as well. You can see again from the XG that maybe the score flatters us a little bit, but we had 27 shots. We dominated the game and we deserved to win, and we did. Final game to catch you up on was Carrick Rangers in the league. We took the lead late in the first half when Sims tucked away a loose ball. Sims found Bittner unmarked for our second. And Surgeon crossed for Bittner to make it 3-0. Thompson smashed one in stoppage time, before a deft finish from Sims completed the scoring. So again, a good performance from us, a really, really good second half. You can see it was not much happening until we got that opening goal. Then second half, we really did run away with it, particularly late on. But 2 more goals from Sims, and he's just scoring. He's our own little like Jack in the Box kind of stuff, a fox in the box. That's put Jack in the Box. Yeah, he's just starting to score, so put away chances, which is exactly what we want him to do. Bittner with a double in this one as well. And if we look at what that means for the league table now, obviously a slip up there against Larne. We do have a game in hand, but we are 2 points back of Linfield and Larne. So it's very much, our goal difference is quite good. Larne's isn't too, as low, Linfield isn't too bad either. Larne are very much just, I think, grinding out results with that formation of theirs. But yeah, it is a tough league season for us. And of course, Coleraine, who we play first up here, are in 4th. And then Linfield, who are top, coming into this one. It's a big festive period for us. And we're looking forward to that one already, Galatasaray. Let's have a look and see what we're doing here against Coleraine. And we can see here we're expecting a 4-4-1-1. This is the same formation they played against us in the Cup semi-final. And this is the team that we're sending out. It's Hammerstrom in goal. It's Oliveira. It's Ordonez. It's Vogler and Hill. De Lauro and Napoleon go in midfield. It's Brady, Fitzpatrick, and Zurich. Sims is going to go up top. We have been using him as the deep lying forward, which is his preferred role. And it's getting results for him. So we'll see how he does here. Alright, so we can see the team sheets, a couple of ex-players. Ewan Medley, you may remember we had him as a goalkeeper. He didn't really play, didn't really develop as I would have liked, but he's in goal for them. And Giuseppe Cantini, who of course came through our academy as well, is in the lineup for them. Alright, go out there and impress me. We'll go with that. We'll point our fingers. We'll do the usual and see what happens. I have been trying different team talks to try and figure out if it's something that I'm saying that if it's sort of a complacency issue in front of goal where we're not taking as many chances as we should, really. But, yeah, I'm not really. It just seems... Oh! Almost from Napoleon. Yeah, I'm just really, really struggling to find what it is that we're missing that results in us. We create so many chances in the league I'm talking about, obviously, or in just domestically, I should say, not just in the league. But we really are struggling to score anywhere near as many goals as we should, unless we play against Ballina Millard, in which case we average 10 goals against them this season. Oh, poor Ballina Millard. But they're the only ones, really, that we consistently sort of put a score up that we should, with the domination we have in most of the games we play domestically. There's a nice ball from De Lauro to Brady. Bit of a farewell appearance for Brady in this one, and that is... well, quite unlucky. He would have probably had a little bit of a renaissance in the goal of the season competition if that had gone in. Linfield are playing Larne, as you can see. Linfield have taken the lead. In a way, that wouldn't be a bad thing for us, because then we could go top if we were to beat, well, assuming we win our game, if we were to beat them. But a draw would probably be the perfect result there for us. Hill with a free kick. Sirrock knocks it down to De Lauro. Fitzpatrick has it. Fitzpatrick still has it. Back to De Lauro. It's there for Brady. Is it a farewell goal? No. I do have Joe Kidd on the bench as well. We might try and get him off the bench and for a farewell appearance. What I don't want to do is have them playing against Linfield, do all that stuff at Linfield. Partly because I'm not sure if we're at home or away. We want to say goodbye to him at home, and that is, I thought, a second yellow, but it was Sirrock that was on the yellow. Yeah, we want to make sure we say goodbye to them at home, and also... This is a game that we should be able to win, so this is the one to do it in. Here we go with Brady now. Cleared away, but only as far as Ordonez. Gets it wide for Oliveira. Down the line for Sirrock. Nice pass. Can he do something with it, though? No. Good tackle from somebody in there. Ordonez, De Lauro. Fitzpatrick has it now. It's looking for Sims. Can't find him. Vogler picks it up. Back to Ordonez. Back to Vogler. Ball forward. It's a flick on from Fitzpatrick, but Sims didn't quite get that memo. And still, it's just a bit of attack first defense. Sirrock is there, and Sirrock with a nice one. An 8th of the season for him. And it's 1-0 just on the stroke of half-time. De Lauro raking the bastards forward from deep in midfield there. And it was coming. They just kept giving it back to us, and you'd like to think eventually we're going to make that count. And we did. Some nice 1 foot. First touch with his right foot, finish with his left. Excellent stuff from Sirok there. And that is essentially half-time. Not quite yet. Oliveira with a throw. 1 minute of stoppage time left. De Lauro has it. Goes across to Napoleon. We haven't seen Napoleon playing deeper in midfield for a while. We are in that period of December, January, where we just play every 36 hours, it feels like. Sims crosses the ball in. Sirok's there again. Sirok! Another wonderful first touch. Another goal. He's got 2 in a minute. And it is 2-0, and that may have just killed the game in, before half-time. It was a nice ball in. Sims playing, he's just starting to look better. Whether it's playing him as it's a terrible misheader there, isn't it, really? But Sirok did well. Yeah, he wouldn't have been expecting that, or maybe in Northern Ireland you are, I don't know. And yeah, took it well. Wonderful stuff. 2-0. Don't get complacent, boys. And on we go for the second half. And we'll give it a couple of minutes here to make sure it's going to go okay, and then we'll look to give Joe Kidd a farewell appearance here as well. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you think of the transfers out. I think it made sense. Brady he is useful, which is what makes it a little bit more difficult. And let's get Kidd on for Vogler. So yeah, so it does make it a little bit more difficult to do that. But he's 26. He's not getting any better. He's not going to be club trained. He's not a European starter for us. So it all kind of made sense to do it for me. So, and then Kidd, we have a lot of good young central defenders. And it looks as though the second half is going to tick by, be completely highlightless, and it's 2-0 in the end. Well, there we go. I guess we're pleased with that, aren't we? So Linfield have beaten Larne. We go up to second. We have a game in hand still. And if we beat Linfield on Christmas or New Year's Eve, then we will be top. So McGreevy suffers defeat against former club. Who's McGreevy? That's another McGreevy, Gavin McGreevy. We must have just sold him there, did we? Last a couple of years ago now. So there we go. So Rock's double does the business for us. And, well, wait right there because we'll be back for a top-of-the-table clash against Linfield. Okay, welcome back. We are at Windsor Park for our game against Linfield. It is first versus second. If we don't win, we won't be top at New Year. And that is, well, a little bit embarrassing, I think, for a club of our size and our finances at this point. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. And this is the team we're sending out. It is full strength. It is Young in goal. It's Surgeon, Octavio, McGurk, and Kavnar as the back four. Kamani and De Lauro go in midfield. We are missing Thompson, who's gone off with the Australian national team at the Asian Cup. So that's a little bit of a disappointment, but Kamani and De Lauro should be fine in there. Bittner, Armstrong, and McKay. McDade goes up top, the all-star goal scorer in the league, and let's hope that continues. All right, so we can see the team sheet, a few ex-players. Jitter is still there. Fred Simpson, of course, has gone there now. Gareth Wilson as well, and Jordan McGreevy is on the bench for them as well. So there are a lot of ex-welders in the Linfield side. What do we want to say? We could top the table here. What if we say I expect nothing less? Let's try and put a little bit of, I don't know if I'll say pressure, but expectation maybe. All right, here we go. Windsor Park. This is, of course, the site of so many good European nights for us. You'd like to think a team that essentially the same team that got a point off of Arsenal would be able to beat Linfield, but we'll find out shortly here. De Lauro. Slightly different role for him, not the deep-lying playmaker role he's used to, just as a central midfielder, just a bog-standard central midfielder. Surgeon, back to Kamani, ball for McKay, and it is a corner. Jitter, it might be, that made the save there, I think. We've got a corner, though, as I say. Armstrong to take. Where's McGurk? Where's McDade? Somebody's there, and it is over the bar, and it was McDade in the end. We've got a lot of threats from a set piece. We've got Jitter over a goal kick here. And that's not his best work. Surgeon comes streaming forward. McDade is in there. Can he get across him? We've got Bittner at the back post as well. So many welders. We go to McKay. And McKay's header is, well, it's claimed by Jitter. Highlight's going to continue. Ball forward. McGurk brings it down coolly. Goes back to Young. And let's see, is this highlight actually going to continue? It looks like it is. We play it forward quickly. McKay has it now. What can he do? Goes past one. McKay back there for De Lauro for Armstrong. And Armstrong has missed it. And this is a little bit what it's like. We create so many chances without actually finding the back of the net. And I assure you it is not an issue with chance conversion training. We seem to do nothing else. Kamani did really well there to win that ball back for us. Nice ball from De Lauro to find McKay. McKay's in. Can McKay... Oh, it's a penalty. Fred Simpson, who for some reason really doesn't like me in this game. I don't understand why. We basically gave him a career after Southampton didn't want him. Armstrong from the penalty spot. Armstrong just stands there in awe of the great man. It's a 9th goal for Armstrong for the season. And as things stand right now, we are going back to the top of the league. Didn't even move, Jidda. Armstrong, I think, did put his last one straight down the middle, so maybe he was trying to be a little bit too smart there. But you don't outsmart the great man Armstrong, of course. Alright, well, we've dominated the game, but it is only 1-0, and it's only been a penalty that's got us there. Let's try a focus. That's not particularly worked, but sometimes they've got to hear things they don't want to hear. And I would love a second goal before half-time here, please, guys. A second goal for Welders, of course, not for the game, just because that's the way it usually works when you say things like that, isn't it? Armstrong, can he get it back? No. Goes to close down. The big issue we're going to have coming up in January, again, as we always seem to do, is going to be hanging on to some of our better players, and Young makes a really good save. Armstrong is the main one, obviously. What we don't want to do is we don't want to lose these guys at any point, but especially coming into, the Europa League, where I'd like to think we're a decent chance of going all the way. Obviously, if we saw last season, it just takes one little slip up at the wrong time and it can all come to a very, very abrupt finish. But hopefully, as I say, we won't do that this year. And if we can have our best players available to us, then we're every chance of doing that, I would say. We're not seeing much from McDade, only playing a 6.6. Let's try giving them some praise. And yeah, we haven't seen anything from them, but it is only 1-0, and we've seen it before. It only takes a second for a goal to go in against you. We should get to that. We do. Bittner up towards McDade. McDade can't win it, but McKay can. There it is for McDade. Can he give us a second goal? Aaron McDade. Oh, it's not his day, is it? I wonder if we go with Sims. Armstrong with the corner. It's McGurk at the near post, and he can't find the back of the net either. All right, McDade, off you come, mate. Sims can come on. He's been doing well lately. Deep lying forward for you, mate. And the longer this goes at 1-0, you just start to get that horrible feeling, don't you? Can Kamani win that back? No, but he pressures them into a mistake. Kamani forward for Armstrong. Armstrong's already got one. Can he get a second one? Oh, Anthony Armstrong, a 10th of the season. And it was unstoppable. It was unstoppable. He is such... I almost want to sell... I don't want to sell him, but it would almost be interesting, I should say, rather than want. It'd be interesting to sell him, see if he was to go somewhere like La Liga or the Premier League. Oh, it's a fantastic finish. It's unstoppable. And see what he did. Because he is just... different class for us. He's absolutely... I think maybe he looks... He does better than his attributes maybe even look. Because I just feel like he is unplayable. He's so good. We'll just keep praising. 2-0 will do us, won't it? They've changed formation there. They've got a highlight. Ball goes in. McGurk is there. Heads it away. You're going to do well to beat McGurk in the air. Armstrong wins it back on a hat-trick now as well, of course. Sims as a deep-lying forward. Lays it back there for De Lauro. Bittner is in here. Bittner's got two with him. It's fallen for McKay, and McKay seals it for us late on. And it is 3-0 at Windsor Park. It will be Welders going back to the top of the table. And it has been a little bit of a masterclass from Armstrong. And I think De Lauro's done quite well in there as well. He's an underrated player for us. Yeah, they couldn't really do much more. The defence, the Linfield defence, got a little bit unlucky. Judah's got to be quicker off his line to read that, doesn't he? React to it, if not read it. And we do come straight back. And can we get a fourth and really rub the Linfield noses in it? Kavanagh has the ball for us. McGurk, forward there for Armstrong. Turn and space to turn. He finds McKay in behind again. McKay! Oh! Outside of the post. And behind for a goal kick. If they were to continue to play like this, we would change what we're doing and just run them ragged down the wings. But there's no need. It's 3-0. It's comfortable as you like. A stunning strike from Armstrong. And back to the top we go. So there's the other games for, or other scores, I should say, from the evening's football. We have a game in hand against Dungannon, but we've done what we needed to do there. You know, we weren't particularly free scoring, but we did enough. 2 goals, 12 key passes. I do just run out of things to say about Anthony Armstrong. Hopefully, he will still be with us at the end of January. China and Betis are interested. I don't think he's going to go to China. We'll be able to talk him out of that one. But I do worry a little bit that there's going to be a team that comes in for him. But he seems to like it here. You know, we're a favoured club now. I'm a favoured personnel. And, well, I mean, that's all we can really ask for, isn't it? But what a player he has been. And he just keeps getting better and better and better as well. We got him on a free. Glenavon must be sick, mustn't they? Look at the match ratings. He's averaging a 9.06 this season in the league. That is ridiculous. What a player he is. He is magnificent. The new Razzini. As I have my Razzini hoodie on. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We'll be back next time. We'll come back at some point in the January window. All right, I'm going to attempt. I can't promise I have enough time to do this. I'm going to attempt to play through January. We'll come back for the County Antrim Shield final and Dungannon, and that will then, we can then get sort of back into business here with another final and Galatasaray, a big game in the league and Galatasaray, and then if those games go well in the league, then we can probably just focus on Europe on the run home there. So I'm going to attempt to play through January. We have the new young players that we've signed that'll be here, but then a couple of others that we're looking at getting in on the end of their contracts. So it'll be an interesting month. Hopefully all the stars still here, but I'll see you next time. I'll keep whacking my knuckles off that desk. I'll see you next time for, well, we'll see how far we get. Take care.